Welcome to this afternoon's flow. This is just going to be a quick little flow that you can do to become more embodied, find a bit of fluidity, and just keep harnessing that tether and connection back to the wisdom of yourself. My name is Sasha. I'm a nurse and a yoga teacher here in Glasgow. And come and join along and subscribe so you can follow along my flows on YouTube. This is beginner friendly. Normally you'd find that a lot of my yoga classes we build strength. This class, not so much. We're going to find a little bit of space throughout our thoracic region, a place where so many of us, especially if you're a nurse like me, we can become so compressed. So we're going to find space, we're going to find connection to breath, to our core of who we are, and the wisdom of our bodies. So come to kneeling, take a couple rolls of the shoulders, maybe closing down the eyes. Let's begin to notice where you are. Where's your body in space? Can you stack your head on top of your shoulders, on top of your hips, and find that elongation through the crown of the head? And you begin to scan down through the regions of your body. Soften the space between your brow, soften the jaw, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Soften the hips, soften the pelvic floor. Draw your awareness to your emotional body. What are you showing up with today? Maybe it's not got a name or specific word, but just a feeling that you can sense. What is present in the emotional body and mind? Drawing your awareness to your breath. Just noticing that simple ebb and flow, like a wave, arriving and receding, always evolving and ever present. And you allow your breath to become more conscious into your mind, consciously taking a deep inhale in. Expand the rib cage, the back of the body, the front of the body, 360 dimension. Exhale out of your nose. Deep breath in. Feel that expansion, that wave filling up. Exhale to release. A few more breaths like this, just connecting in that 3-dimensional way of breathing. Low, slow, and wide. Our breath naturally wants to follow the path of least resistance. A lot of us naturally want to breathe into the front of our abdomen, but for good core connection, a safe nervous system, we have to train our breath to breathe in a 3-dimensional way. So breathing into our rib cage, the back of our lungs, and the front of our body. Okay, lovely. Let's meet in tabletop. From tabletop, place your big toes together, sink the hips back, and child's pose. Allow your head to sink down, your arms to reach out long. Maybe a sigh falls out of the mouth. Surrendering. Noticing your breath, really pressing into the back of your body in this pose. We're going to come and find some wave-like movements. So press through the hands, ripple up like a wave, arcing your spine, sink the hips down, shoulder blades draw together. Press the hips back, big toes to touch, sink them down. Find that wave-like ripple. Again, yoga does not need to look a certain way. It can look any way you want. It's about how you feel it in your body. Are you feeling connected? Are you feeling intuitive, body led? Or do you feel like you have to be adhering to a certain aesthetic? Maybe you begin to find a little ripple, a roll side to side, maybe some hip circles instead. A lot of my classes, we encourage intuitive movement, embodiedness, fluidity. I don't believe in these linear patterns or rigid rules. This is your body, your practice, your time for you. Let it look however you want it to look. Find those hip circles, maybe going in a figure of 8. And pausing in tabletop, drop the belly, pull the chest forward, inhale, cow. Exhale, push the earth away around your back, cat. Find your flow. That breath carrying your body like a wave. Embodying the sea and the ocean. Finding that fluid. Waves like motions between your cat and cow. This is gorgeous for the spine. 3 more. Press your weight into your right hand, reach your left hand up. Find space, expansion through the chest. Exhale, thread your left hand under your right. Hover. Inhale, expand, open up. Exhale to hover, getting into our thoracic spine. Inhale, find expansion. This time, let's land the arm, landing in our thread the needle. Maybe walk this right hand forwards. 3 breaths. Coming back to center, repeating the same on the right side. Press your weight into your left hand, reach your right hand up. Exhale, thread and hover. Inhale to expand. Exhale to thread and hover. Inhale to expand. Exhale, land and your thread the needle. Walk your left hand forward, find space and rotation through your thoracic spine. Connect to your breath. Can you soften your jaw? Can you soften any expectations that you might have in the mind? 3 more breaths. Coming back to tabletop, sitting back on your heels. Reach your arms up and overhead. Cactus them out, push your chest forward, little bit bend. Exhale, round, cross your arms over, hug yourself, place your hands on your ribs. Take a breath in, breathe into your ribs. Exhale, release and expand, push your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, hug your hands to your ribs. Inhale. Find a flow with your breath. But whenever your hands meet your ribs, find that inhale, push your ribs into your hands. Find your expansion. Make it fluid like, make it almost like a dance. Two more. Let's place the hands at our temples. And just begin to find a little side bend to each side, rinsing through the rib cage. Maybe finding it in a circular motion. Draw your gaze and attention inwards to the sensations you can feel in the body, the space in the side body, loosening up and lubricating through or mid spine, switching directions if you haven't done so already. And pausing. We'll meet back in tabletop. Tuck the toes, press the hips back, slight external rotation of the wrists, lift into downward facing dog. Really push through the middle of your finger. Again, heels do not need to touch the floor, bend of the knees. Let's find a little play pulse to each side. Turn the toes one direction, heels another, bend your knees and pulse, arc through your rib cage, come back to center. Repeat on the other side, find that arc, remembering to connect to your breath. Lovely. Landing in downward facing dog. Let's hover to plank. Modified plank. Plant the hands. Find 3 push-ups. Let's just find a little bit of strength. Because in strength, there's softness. Lower all the way down, draw your belly through, upward dog. Tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward dog. Let's find our downward dog to plank ripples. So ripple and round like a cat, hover and plank, drop the knees, hover, push up and back. Find a flow. Embody your breath. Embody the waves of the ocean. 3 more. Rippling forward, up and back. Land in your downward dog. Walk the hands to your toes, forward fold. Ragdoll, find a little sway side to side. Maybe a sigh falls out the mouth, nod the head yes. Shake it no. Halfway lift, palms to shins, pull your chest forwards, shoulders onto your back. And rise up to stand. Let's pause, hand on heart, hand on belly. Feel the pulse of your effort so far. Let's place hands to hips and find some hip circles. Finding that fluidity, getting into the hips. My hips always click and crack so much when I do this, so that is definitely welcome. And it doesn't need to look a certain way when we're not used to use when forgive me, when we are not used to moving our body in an intuitive way, we can get quite caught up and worried about how we look. But you're at home, hopefully you're in a safe space, maybe in your garden like me, maybe inside. Know that you can move uninhibited. You don't need to worry about how you look. You can just feel into your practice. Place your hands on your knees and find a little bend, side to side, sway the hips. How does that feel versus the circles? Come up to stand, and we're going to find our spinal waves. I'm going to stand in the middle of the mat so you can see me. Might look a bit strange, might feel a bit odd, but we'll try it anyway. So you're going to bend your knees, push your bum back, and find this wave. Like you're waving through the S shape of your spine. Maybe your arms get involved. And then go the opposite way. That feels nice on my spine. Hands land on hips. Pause. Notice how that feels in your body. Reach your arms up and overhead. Fold. forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold on your exhale. Right foot in front. Land your left knee down, low lunge. Reach your arms up and overhead. Hands behind your skull. Find your little thoracic circles. Right elbow to right knee. Pivot your left foot off the mat. Mini side angle. Reach your left arm up and over and find circles. Arc and reach. Breathe into your left ribs. Plant the hands inside your right foot. Walk your right foot out a little bit into a low lizard. Left hand plants, right hand reaches up. Expand and open. Right fingertips to right temple, curl in towards your left elbow. Inhale to expand. Exhale to contract and curl in. Two more. Plant the hands, tuck your left toes, pick up this left knee, step forward, wide leg, yogi squat, malasana. Palms press together, elbows press into your knees. If this feels like too much, we'll come into seated, or maybe placing some blocks. Maybe hands or blocks under here, or hands on the earth. Maybe you want to find a little bit of movement side to side. I really like to encourage movement. Yoga is about finding stillness sometimes, but there's meditation in the movement. If you want to rock, rock side to side. Maybe expand the left hand open, right hand, finding space in the chest, space in the hips, and listening to what you need. Plant the hands, lift the hips up, forward fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, all the way up to stand, hands together at heart center. Press your thumbs into your heart. Feel your pulse. Hands to hips, find your hip circles again. Noticing if they feel smoother this time, maybe not, that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to feel this. Reach your arms up and overhead, exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, left foot in front, right knee steps back. Fingertips to your temple, find your circles. Core and adductors are switching on to keep you stabilized and balanced. You might wobble, that's okay. Each side feels different. Ooh, I'm a bit wobbly. Remember to breathe. Okay. From here, left foot stays in front, right foot pivots off the mat. Come in to find your mini side angle. Left elbow onto left knee, reach your right arm up and over, and begin to circle it. Switch directions. There's lots of clicks and cracks. My shoulder sounds like it's making lots of noise, but that's okay. Plant both hands, left foot widens out, so you're in your low lizard lunge. Right hand plants down, reach your left arm up, find space and expansion. Left fingertips to left temple, round and curl in on an exhale. Inhale, expand and open. Exhale, round and curl in. Two more, you're doing great. Staying connected to breath, the intention as to why you came to practice today. Last one. Open up and expand. Feel space. Space for creativity, for being exactly who you are as you are already. Plant both hands, tuck right toes, pick up your leg, step into your yogi squat. And find your openness and expansion side to side through the hips and the chest. Okay, we'll pause here, gently lower to your bum. Hug your knees in. And gently rock back. Find a little windscreen wiper of the knees side to side. Getting into our low back, our quads, our hip flexors. Keeping that continuous movement. Plant the soles of the feet, pick up your right foot, hook it on top of your left knee, hug your left knee in towards the chest. If that feels too intense, keep it on the mat, that's okay. Feeling a stretch through the right glute and hip. Allow your arms to go out wide, gently knock your right foot towards the left, finding this four-legged twist. Allow everything to soften. Allow yourself to just be exactly as you are, fully whole, present. Draw everything back to midline, plant your right foot, pick up your left heel, hook it on top of your right knee. Find your figure four twist, feeling that stretch through the left glute. And again, this side might feel totally different, and that is okay. Gently drop your left foot towards the right, come and find your twist in this figure four shape. Gently draw everything back into center, reach your legs out nice and long, reach your arms up and overhead. Shift your hips towards the right side of the mat, only your hips. Draw your heels and your ankles towards the left. So hips to the right, feet and arms to the left, coming into banana asana. Feeling that stretch through the right side body. From the right toe all the way up the side of the leg, your IT bands to your right hip. All the way up through the ribs. Breathe into this space. And gently coming back to center, doing the same again on the other side. So hips to the left, feet, ankles, and arms arc over to the right, banana asana. And gently come back to center. Allow yourself to lie flat on your back, reach your arms down by your side, palms face up. Coming to find Shavasana for a few moments before we finish your practice. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Allow everything to soften, closing down the eyes. taking any little last wriggles that you need before you come to find complete stillness after a practice of embodiment, fluidity, intuition. Resist the urge to scratch, to itch. Can you allow yourself to find this stillness? We'll take 3 rounds of the psychological sigh before we go into complete silence. So let's take a cleansing breath to begin. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Next, inhale 2 sips of air. Sigh out the mouth. Next round, 2 sips of air in. Let it all go. Last round's all you. I'll leave you here for a few moments and I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Begin to take a deep breath in through your nose, breathing life back into all the corners of your body. Notice how you feel in this moment. Wriggle your hands, wiggle your wrists, your toes, your ankles. Gently roll yourself over onto one side before gently pushing up into a seat. We'll finish practice with our loving kindness prayer. So find a gesture that resonates for you, maybe hand on heart, hand on belly, or palms together at heart center. You can repeat after me if you so wish. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I live with ease. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. And may all other beings on earth be happy, healthy, and live with ease. Thank you so much for practicing and sharing your practice with me today. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment below, subscribe and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I am going to be running a retreat in Scotland next year, so sign up for my email list if you want to be the first to hear all about that. Have a lovely day. Thank you.